Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including the $14,000 Model 3 available today, everything coming with the new Model 3, Cybertruck VINs being assigned and more, so let's get into it, and a special thanks to Keeps for sponsoring a portion of this video. First up today, Tesla has just announced a new partnership with Samsung to further enhance the connectivity of Tesla energy products. Last year, Tesla launched their first official API, which is a programming interface that allows for third-party developers to more easily create software and apps for their products. Tesla recently announced an update to that API, which added support for the Powerwall, their solar products, and the wall connector. Now it seems like that functionality was added to further facilitate a partnership with Samsung. The Korean tech company put out a press release stating, "This collaboration will result in the further expansion of SmartThings Energy's already comprehensive level of connectivity." A Samsung executive elaborated further, adding, "Tesla Energy's customers can now manage and monitor the power status of their homes through SmartThings Energy and Samsung devices in addition to the Tesla app, ensuring more access and connectivity." This partnership is still in its early stages and more functionality may come over time. For now, Samsung has also said that Tesla's Stormwatch notifications can now appear on Samsung smart TVs. They have also hinted that this smart home integration could allow for some unnecessary devices to be automatically shut down when your Tesla energy system starts using backup power. This would be effective as a means to expand the time you can operate off-grid in the event of a power outage, and it would do so automatically. Tesla further opening up their API is great, as it allows for customers to fully take advantage of all the functionality of their products in whatever way suits them best. This Samsung partnership will hopefully be another great way for customers to get the best out of all of their Tesla energy products. With this, hopefully even greater functionality will start coming soon. Next up today, if you're in the market for a new car and are considering an EV, there's a great opportunity right now to buy a used Model 3. The Tesla Model 3 is Tesla's cheapest vehicle, and it has fluctuated over the years as to how its used value has held up. Overall though, the more Model 3s in the market, the lower Tesla drops the price, and the more Tesla upgrades that car, like they just did, the more used prices go down. From Tesla's own inventory of used vehicles, we can see vehicles like this 2018 Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive going for $25,900. That seems fairly reasonable to some, but part of that cost is the enhanced autopilot it includes. At Carvana, I can see a 2019 Model 3 near me for $26,590, but there's one place selling these cars for far cheaper than anywhere else: Hertz. Hertz announced back in 2021 that they would be electrifying their fleet of rental vehicles and purchased 100,000 Model 3s. Soon after that, they added on additional Model Ys to that order. They expanded for a while, but more recently, Hertz has been doing some backpedaling on that commitment to electrify. The car rental giant has shifted away from its EV goals due to the high cost of maintaining a fleet of these cars. As such, they are selling off large quantities of their older Model 3s, and it's pretty clear that they want to get rid of them as quickly as they can. You can browse through some of the cars for sale on their website, where they have some pretty good deals. Some of these vehicles were on sale for as low as $17,700, which makes them eligible for the $4,000 used EV tax credit. Applying for that credit could lower the price of your used Model 3 down to nearly $14,000, which is pretty remarkable to see. It does seem that even in the couple days that this has been on their website though, they're selling pretty quickly or they have raised their prices. As I look today, they're starting at around $23,000. That would still qualify for the used tax credit though, bringing you down to about $19,000. Now, keep in mind, with these being rental fleet vehicles, they're very likely to have a lot of miles put on them and may be a bit more beat up than if you were to purchase through alternative means. Those are important factors, and when buying a used Tesla, you want to know the situation for the battery warranty. Battery replacements aren't the massive concern that many think that they are, but they can happen and they can be pricey. We also don't know how Hertz customers treated these cars, and they very well could have done all of the wrong things to the batteries, like supercharging a lot, charging to 100% all the time, and more. Still, if you are simply interested in buying one of these vehicles for as low a price as possible, then this may be a great opportunity to do so. These are some of the cheapest prices we've seen for a long time, and some of the first Model 3s we've seen available in numbers that qualify for the used EV tax credit. Check them out. It may be a great opportunity for some customers and come in around the same price as a Chevy Bolt. As federal tax incentives drop for many EVs, one state in particular has just doubled down on their own incentives. The state of Colorado already had one of the nation's most generous EV tax incentive programs, offering $5,000 towards the purchase of a new electric vehicle. As of January 1st, EVs listed at $35,000 or less are eligible for another $2,500 tax credit in Colorado. This brings the total potential savings up to $7,500 at the state level alone. If you were purchasing one of the 19 cars that are still eligible for the federal tax credit as well, that could bring the total incentives up to $15,000 off the price of a new EV. This is an absolutely amazing deal for the Colorado residents who are able to take advantage of this program. All of Tesla's models fall outside of the price window for the extra $2,500, but there are plenty of EV models that you could purchase for a great price. If you do want that Chevy Bolt, that car has an MSRP starting at $26,500, and as of January 1st is fully eligible for the $7,500 tax credit. That brings the cost down to $19,000, which is already a fantastic deal, but then with $7,500 in Colorado incentives, it drops it down to $11,500. The savings don't just stop there, however. If you are trading in an old gasoline vehicle and meet certain income requirements, you could be eligible for an additional $6,000 off. That means it is entirely possible for a customer in Colorado who meets certain criteria to buy a brand new 2023 Chevy Bolt for just $5,500. That is a deal that is honestly almost too good to be true. This additional incentive is only available for the year 2024, will start rolling back in 2025, and really shows how many amazing incentives are out there for EV adoption. If you are looking to get a new EV, it is absolutely worth looking into what incentives are available to you and for what vehicles. Incentives, or buying used from people like Hertz, could get you a great vehicle for cheap. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Keeps. Keeps is an online subscription service that makes it easy and more affordable for men to treat their male pattern baldness from the comfort of their home. It's the product I wish I had known about a few years ago. I first noticed signs of hair loss a few years ago and eventually just had to embrace the fact that it was gone. But you don't have to. Keeps offers treatments that are clinically proven to work. They offer both of the FDA-approved hair loss treatment options, as well as a 2-in-1 gel that combines both. Treatments offered by Keeps are 90% effective at treating hair loss and can increase hair growth up to 35% according to clinical studies. So whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of what you have, Keeps has you covered. Most customers notice results within 6 months of starting treatment. In addition to those clinically approved treatments, Keeps offers hair thickening shampoo, conditioner, and styling pomade, and their brand is trusted. They've helped nearly 1 million men keep their hair and have over 4,500 5-star reviews. Hair loss stops with Keeps. For a special offer to get started, go to keeps.com/Ryan Shaw or click the link in the description below. You don't have to end up like me. Regarding the Model 3, we've known for a while now that the updated Model 3 would be coming to the US this year, but Tesla surprised us all by unexpectedly releasing it for sale on their website. This car is a really exciting update on the Model 3 design, and it brings a lot of great features with it. Before we jump in, however, it's important to note that this car's price has not changed at all. You'll be getting all of these great features for no additional money. For now, this car is still ineligible for the federal EV tax credit, but as Tesla shifts around suppliers, we may see that change in the future. Sawyer Merritt has compiled a comprehensive list of every major and minor change that came with this refreshed Model 3, and it's worth going through. We know the main features, but a lot more than that has changed. The long-range trim offers a 2.4% increase in range up to 341 miles, while the rear-wheel drive trim is the same at 272 miles. 50% of all of the parts in the vehicle have changed, and it now offers 4.3% more cargo room. The long-range trim is 4 pounds lighter than before, while the rear-wheel drive is curiously 29 pounds heavier. This car has a 0.1-inch lower ground clearance than the previous Model 3, and the refresh features better cabin noise insulation thanks in part to their 360-degree acoustic glass. This glass is now on the front and back windows, where it was previously only on the front. Alongside this glass, the cabin also features increased sound insulation, and the hood has been upticked to allow wind to pass over more quietly. The car's cabin will now decrease wind and ambient noise by 30%, impact noise by 25%, and general road noise by 20%, making for a much quieter vehicle. Inside the cabin, this car features a redesigned interior made of higher quality materials. Fabrics are softer to the touch and sewn with a more premium process. The dash features a new design that has integrated LED light strips and a new textured woven material. The center console has been updated to include a 65-watt USB-C charger and to feature real metal handles for a more premium feel. The center touchscreen has been improved. It's now brighter with a smaller bezel, higher contrast, and is generally more responsive. Beyond that, a new 8-inch touchscreen has been added to the rear seats for entertainment and climate control. This screen supports 2 wireless headsets to be connected at once. If you don't want to use headphones though, then you'll be very pleased by the refresh's updated sound system. It features 17 speakers, 3 more than the original's 14. It features 2 amplifiers and 2 subwoofers for a more punchy sound. Worth noting here that rear-wheel drive does reduce that down to 9 speakers. Controversially, this car also joins Tesla's trend of ditching stalks behind the steering wheel. You now access the turn signal signals, lights, horn, wipers, mic controls, and a new camera button, all from the wheel itself. As for the seats, Tesla has completely redesigned them. These new seats are more comfortable and are also perforated now. The front seats are also ventilated, a highly sought after feature, as well as being heated. Alongside that, they have updated the cabin's entire ventilation system, which will now allow you to turn off passenger side air. For better call quality, this car features upgraded microphones, with a new one on the passenger side as well. The car features 50% better cellular service with 5G connectivity and 2 times greater Wi-Fi range. Cell phone connectivity has also been improved so that your car will be able to recognize your phone from further away. The suspension has been updated with new springs and dampers to provide a more premium ride. And then the front suspension features new geometry and frame mounts to improve overall quality as well. Alongside that, the car features a stiffer body and better handling as a result. The tires now feature better cushioning for a better ride as well. There have also been some pretty substantial changes to the exterior of this car. Noticeably, the front and rear lights have been redesigned to feature a more sleek shape. Fog lights have been removed, and the rear taillights feature a single wing design that should increase reliability. Doors have been improved to have a more premium feel and sound when closing, as well as offering great passenger protection in the event of a door impact. The trunk is now closed and opened by 2 motors instead of 1, offering a quieter automatic close. Alongside that, this car also features a newly redesigned lower rear bumper, and the rear Tesla logo has been replaced by letters spelling the company's name. The car has a better drag coefficient, and overall aerodynamics have increased vehicle efficiency by 8%. Overall, the new Model 3 is 1 inch longer than the previous version. Also excitingly, this car will be available in 2 new colors, Stealth Gray, which comes at no additional charge, and Ultra Red, which costs $2,000. This is the final car to shift away from Tesla's previous gray and red colors. This car offers a ton of great improvement over its predecessor, and the best part of all is that Tesla will start deliveries by the end of January. We still don't have word on when they will get an updated performance trim, but we do know it's currently in the works. As of right now, the Model 3 Performance is discontinued in all markets. When this car was released in Shanghai, there was no word on the performance model, and Tesla is still yet to mention when it's coming. Now we have some rumors that this trim is currently being worked on and may even be introduced in North America first. It is currently speculated that the performance trim will include additional unique features that will separate it even further from the long-range version. The ludicrous badge is expected to come to this version, which could very much separate it from the previous performance Model 3, and it seems the delays here relate to Tesla not just pushing out the same updated version. They want to do something special with this car, and it could be pretty exciting. I'm hoping for a plaid Model 3, but that seems quite unlikely. It's so exciting to see this car finally arriving in the US and so much sooner than we were expecting. Now with the Juniper Model Y on the horizon, we can hopefully expect a similarly short time between its Chinese release and its debut in the United States. This is an exciting time for Tesla, and I look forward to seeing what they release next. Next up today, if you're looking for the opportunity to ride in a Cybertruck, you may soon have the opportunity to do so in Las Vegas. The Boring Company and the city of Las Vegas have been teasing the addition of the Cybertruck to the Vegas Loop's fleet of vehicles for a while now. In December, the company shared a post on X of a production Cybertruck driving through the tunnel. Then a few weeks later, the city of Las Vegas posted a video of this truck driving through the loop. Now, the president of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority has officially revealed that the Cybertruck will soon be used commercially in the Vegas Loop. He said, "They're going to use that truck in the system. It's fun, but we think it's got some real application. It's a really useful vehicle with the bed of a pickup truck being useful to move things around." Since it's likely going to be a while before the Cybertruck is available in mass quantities, then this will be a great way for interested people to get a look at this truck. In the meantime, if you're interested to know more about the Cybertruck and what it's like to ride in, be sure to check out my recent review, which is linked below. As for Cybertruck deliveries, Tesla has begun assigning VINs to customers that are not employees. Deliveries are imminent, and we are seeing them ship out of Giga Texas in growing numbers. Next up today, some exciting news for Tesla and Hyundai. The EPA has just released its 2023 Automotive Trends Report, where they chart CO2 emissions and fuel efficiency across the US. Unsurprisingly, with its fleet of only electric cars, Tesla has claimed the #1 spot as the vehicle manufacturer with the best CO2 emissions per mile traveled. While most automakers have made great strides in increasing fuel efficiency, Hyundai claimed second place in this year's ranking. Between 2018 and 2022, the Korean automaker was able to reduce their CO2 emissions from 311 grams per mile down to 302, as well as improve average real-world fuel economy from 28.6 to 29.1 miles per gallon. The president of Hyundai Motors had this to say: "We are leading the way in reducing carbon emissions and increasing fuel efficiency for our customers by continuing the path toward electrification." As certain automakers like Ford shy away from EVs, and others like GM have had issues with some of their recent electric offerings, this goes to show how smart investments in EV technology can lead to huge results. Hyundai's EV sales more than doubled this past year with increased adoption of the Ioniq 5, 6, and Kona Electric. The company has even further plans to lean into electric vehicles with battery and EV plants currently under construction in the US. They have plans to produce 200,000 EVs in the US by 2026 and to introduce 17 new EV options to the market by 2030. It's so exciting to live in a time where electric vehicles are seeing such a huge swell in popularity, and to see in real time the net positive impact they are having. I hope to see more automakers continue down this path and to see even more EVs enter this space. Competition in this space is great to see, and it will surely lead to greater, more efficient cars all around. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see my full review of the Cybertruck, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.